Hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to ya all. Good to see ya. I'm back. I'm finally feeling better. Oh my goodness, it took me so long to get over that cold. How is everyone today? Apex Predator, Candy Cadet, Stone Rain Productions, good to see ya. Cat Attack, welcome to the stream. Exploding Rat, 7-year Gulag, Dancing Mule. What do you guys think of Atrax's art from the story will be used? Are they really going to make it some random common sorcery or something? Ooh, well, that's a good question. Could it just be set art that isn't even actually in the on a card? Exploding Rat, welcome to the. I'm back. I'm finally better. Good lord, that was a long sickness. I've missed everyone. Yoda Man, welcome you back as well. Big scoops here for you. Thank you. Why am I not hearing the splash? Or oh no, this again? All right, hang on. We gotta see if we can fix this. Can we fix our Streamlabs so we actually get to hear the splash and see the chat? It's probably because it's been so long since we've streamed because of the sickness. Oh no, where's Twitch chat? Oh no, Twitch chat, Arena, Streamlabs. Oh, hopefully it pops up here in a minute. So what do y'all think of Mom? Like, that is the biggest, baddest news of the day. I mean, as far as actually playing Magic, we got some sweet stuff to do. We're gonna play some Dredge and explore, maybe try some zombies and explore, maybe do a little bit of spiriting. We'll see. We're trying out new Explorer stuff, but I am super, oh man, this set looks so, I know I get hyped for sets. I know that's something I do. I know maybe I get overhyped for sets. Maybe that's an actual thing that happens, but this set looks so cool and like so much fun. Average Fox, hey, the splash is back. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. You're no longer down with the sickness. Ooh, yes, I'm fine. Oh my goodness, finally better. It's like the world's longest cold. I still like get a little congested and like clear my throat once in a while, but I'm like 99% better than I was. It is. Oh boy, I was dying last week. I think, I don't know if this makes sense. I think I have no cold immunity after staying inside and away from colds for coronavirus for so long. My cold immunity has to be like 0. What do you think? Okay, so I mean, we're talking about Mom. We're gonna play Magic. I promise we're gonna play Magic. I'm just so hyped about this. They're spoiling the Commander cards today, along with some of the Multiverse Legends. That they look pretty amazing. I love seeing all these showcase styles come back. Like, they're such cool looking cards. But what do you think? I'm very curious. We've never seen cards like these before. I need your opinion on this cycle of cards. So these are Commander exclusive cards. For example, Liliana's Talent. Is this card just busted or what? So 2 mana, Enchanted Planeswalker. Enchanted Planeswalker has -8. Rise of the Dark Realms. Put all creatures from all graveyards into play under your control, and whenever a creature deals combat damage to Enchanted Planeswalker, you destroy that creature. This is a 2 mana Rise of the Dark Realms. I don't know what to say. Like, this is such a unique, interesting card. Or like Teferi's Talent, 5 mana Enchanted Planeswalker. It has -12. You get an emblem. You can activate your Planeswalkers during your opponent's turns. Whenever you draw a card, you get a loyalty counter. Elspeth's Talent, Planeswalkers have Enchanted Planeswalker has +1, make 3/1/1 soldiers. When you activate a loyalty ability on Enchanted Planeswalker, your creatures get +2/+2 in vigilance. These cards are so sweet. What do you think of this design? Like, do we like Wizards going this direction with Planeswalkers? I mean, I guess this is -8, so you do need a lot of loyalty, but it's a 2 mana Rise of the Dark Realms. It's 2 mana. Even if you only activate it once, isn't that just like ridiculous? The other thing, so Commander cards, they're coming out over the course of the day. If you haven't seen them yet, over on the Commander YouTube, we actually got to show off one of the decks, so you should check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Power Dad for the 24th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. I've been intentionally not really looking at the Commander spoilers because I figured we could look at them together. The Great Destroyer. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. I mean, this set just pulls out all the stops. Like, the flavor's great. The characters, so many iconic characters returning. I gotta know what you think about battles. That is, I think this mostly determines the power level of the set. Richard mentioned this on the podcast yesterday, and I think he's right. As battles go, so goes March of the Machines. So chat, I need your thoughts. I'm really on the fence. So I think if the front side of the battle is good, then it's obviously probably going to be good. But what about the ones that are not is obviously good? Like, is this card type busted? Like, how strong is this card type? Are you going to attack them? That's the real question. Obviously, if you have a card that's already on rate, like, not Invasion of Innistrad, maybe Invasion of Floria, 6 mana Wrath with upside, that's already probably what it would cost as a sorcery. The question is, are you going to attack it? Are you going to try to flip it? Oh boy, this set there's so much to discuss. We got a new donation from Eternal Ether X, $5 donation. Glad to see you're better, Seth. So happy to have you back. Well, I am happy to be back. I've been dying to talk to you all about about these ridiculous cards. Battles are going to die out. It's damage you aren't sending face. That's the question. Is the delayed gratification worth it? Is it worth it to give up 4 damage at your opponent's face to get a Marchesa? Is it worth it to give up 7 damage at your opponent's face to get a ridiculous Waken the Maelstrom sorcery? That is the question. That is the question. Lustful Jeans, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Battles are commander cards only because of that reason. Really? You think they're only commander cards? Yeah, I'm going to build the Ether Snap deck in Modern. I don't think it's a good idea, but it'll be hilarious if it ever works. Haven't seen any spoilers on the Goldfish Instagram. Do you still use other social networks? It's a good question. I don't really... Richard runs the Goldfish social media accounts, so I'd actually have to ask him. Last I knew, we were on Instagram, but maybe we're not anymore. Anyway, let's do some reminders, and we'll talk about this deck and start playing Magic, and we will talk a ton about March of the Machines as we go along. Oh, I am so hyped. I am so. We also found out next Thursday is early access day, so we get a sneak peek of the set a week from Thursday. Reminders: if I blink a battle, can I choose another opponent to defend it? Yes. So whenever it enters a battlefield, you get to choose. So if you play it and then choose one person and then blink it, you can choose someone else to defend it the second time. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. We've been doing a lot of spoiler coverage. Tomorrow we're against the odds, and we got a pretty fun one for against the odds tomorrow. There's a ton of stuff coming up on the YouTube. Top 10 videos will be coming out in the future, so check that out. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, like, I don't know, maybe some March of the Machines cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Even get a free goldfish ticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes and they'll hook you up. Otherwise, merch, page, token, seizures, playbets, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations always appreciated, never required. $2 or more, get your message read on stream. What do we get from going into green for dredging? We can always try to rebuild it. So this is actually someone, I had 2 people send me dredge decks this week, and they looked interesting, and I wanted to try Prized Amalgam since it came to Arena. So this is a slightly updated version of a viewer submitted deck, actually. There's also a historic version, which is very similar, except that it's got a random alchemy card. What do we get by going into green? Ooh, Driven to Despair, interesting. Do you think that battles will impact every format in Magic? Wow, that is the question, isn't it? That is the question. I mean, yes, with an asterisk. Like, the good ones I think are going to be able to see play across formats. Like, if I was gonna look at a format like Modern, there will be battles, I think, that'll show up there. Invasion of Ikoria, for example, I think will definitely show up in Modern. Invasion of Ixalan could show up in Modern. Are we going to see... Invasion of Alara, I think, is actually... I think people are sleeping on this card. I actually think Invasion of Alara... Remember, too, that in Pioneer, Yarion is still legal, and Yarion does ridiculous things with battles. So I think the good ones can show up across formats. I think they're going to be Commander All-Stars, and I have high hopes that they're going to see play in Standard, but they're really, like, they're kind of hit or miss, and I still haven't really figured out the play pattern. Like... I'm going to be disappointed if we're not attacking battles. We had a big conversation on the podcast about this yesterday, and I'm still not convinced. Crim is very much more on the like, yeah, I'm going to attack the battles, I'm going to attack the battles. I'm still kind of like, I don't know. Like, Invasion of Turvalda, 5 mana reanimated permanent. That's fine. That's a playable card. If that was a sorcery, it's Obsidat Aid, essentially. Invoke Justice, whatever. Like, that's already a playable card. I would be shocked if this card doesn't see play. Like, it has to see play. There's no way it's not going to see play, because it would see play if it was a sorcery. On the other hand, am I going to play this and reanimate my thing and then send my Atraxa at the battle to try to get a Bitter Blossom type effect? No, I'm probably just going to kill you with the Atraxa and play this like a sorcery. So I think that's the question. Like, yes, they're going to see play, but are they going to see play the way they're supposed to see play, which is where we're actually battling against these battles, trying to flip them? That's what I'm not as sure on. So, hey, good to see you, Billy. I'm glad to be back. My goodness, it was a long break without streaming. You realize Wizards has been showing us future planes, right? Some of the battles are... Wait, really? No. There's future planes? Wait, what battles show future planes? I totally missed this. That's a thing? Tornbergs, welcome to the Fishbowl. I thought they were all existing planes. Which of these planes are new? I knew there were some that I never heard of before, but I figured it was just like, I don't know, some random battle bond plane or whatever that I didn't pay any attention to. Interesting. So glad you're feeling better. Super hyped. I made Commander deck with mono red ETBs. Oh, I also gotta say, I know we're not even getting to Magic yet. We're just rambling, but I gotta give a shout out. I gotta give a shout out to Urabrosk. They finally did it. They finally made a good Urabrosk. This card is ridiculous, right? Isn't this card ridiculous? Every single time we've got a Praetor cycle, Urabrosk has been very far down at the bottom. Very, very far down at the bottom. Like, the worst one. Hey, Seth, longtime YouTube viewer, not much of a Twitch user. This is my first time stopping by. Excited to finally watch the stream. Well, Volbeat, good to have you. Welcome to the stream. I think that Urabrosk is the best of the Praetors. If I was going to rank... Oh boy. All right, Scryfall, save us. Let's see. If we go to Future Standard, Praetor, I guess we can just look at all of them real quick. I think Urabrosk is the best. So here's my reasoning of this. So why do I think Urabrosk is the best Praetor? Driven to Despair, Urborg, Lurwoy, Old Stick Fingers, Grizzly Salvage is why green is good. Willowgeist is fine too. Maybe we'll have to try to build a green version. So here's my argument for Urabrosk. Urabrosk is the easiest Praetor to flip. I think Elish Norn, you need 3 mana, you need 3 creatures to sacrifice. Jin Gitaxias, you gotta have a million cards in hand. Shieldred, gotta have a 5 mana in a full graveyard. Vorinclex, you need a ton of mana. Urabrosk is 1 mana to flip. So I think that Urabrosk is the easiest of the Praetors to actually get the backside. I will say, its backside is not as unbeatable as some of the other Praetors, but it is still pretty good. You get Anger of the Gods, then you get Treasures, then you get Past in Flames, and as you Past in Flames, you got Urabrosk again. So you're getting damage in mana as you cast all the spells and go through the graveyard. And then I think what people are missing about this card, which is so ridiculous, is once you get the Past in Flames mode, so you play Urabrosk, you flip it Arclight Phoenix style, you get this last lure counter, you get the Past in Flames, it flips back to Urabrosk, you're gonna have this huge combo turn. If you don't win the game right then, you know how you end that combo turn? You end the combo turn by flipping back to the backside, wrathing your opponent's board again, and then 2 turns later, you do it again. You go through the graveyard again, you cast everything again, you got Urabrosk. Like, oh man, that card is so sweet. Oh, it's so good. I'm so surprised to actually see such a good Urabrosk. We've just never seen that before. We got a new donation from McKeary, $20 donation. One thing Richard mentioned is battles being snowbally. Traditionally, you don't want to clump up with creatures to save life early in the game, but now you might be better. You might have to throw away resources if you stumble and miss a land drop. It seems harder to catch back up. I think that is a good point. I think that is true. In a battle meta, it is going to be very punishing to like miss a land drop or whatever, because let's say, you know, you miss a land drop, you fall a little bit behind. Normally you're what? Taking 2 damage, taking 4 damage, and you're thinking, okay, like, I can draw land and then stabilize from this. But if your opponent's flipping a battle and you're still at 20 life, you're going to fall super far behind, and going land removal spell or whatever is not going to catch you up. So I think that play pattern is... I think that's an actual legitimate thing. Like, I think the Battle Snowball is going to be a concern. Thank you so much for the donation, by the way, Mikiri. Hey, what's up, Killer Pink here? Yeah, I'm doing way better. Does my voice still sound bad? Can you see a little bit of a little bit of badness in the voice? It still comes and goes a little bit, but I'm so much better than I was last week. Oh goodness. Do you know if there will be a VIP preview event for Mom, and if so, when? Yes, early access day is next Thursday. So next Thursday's stream will be early access, checking out new stuff. If you play with proliferate cards with Urabrosk, you can power through the Saga side. That's true. There is a lot of proliferate in standard for sure. You sound like you need more water. Yeah, probably. Good thing I have a entire gallon of water here. All right, let's give this. Oh, we're gonna play a ton of battles. We gotta see. Like, that's gonna determine if they're good. So what are we playing right now? We are playing Pioneer Dredge, Explorer Dredge. As I said, this is a slightly adapted viewer submitted deck. So what is the idea of this deck? Well, we're built around a ton of Shadows over Innistrad remastered stuff. We are trying to aggressively fill our graveyard because we have a bunch of stuff that comes back from our graveyard for free. Narcomoeba, we mill it, we get a free 1/1. Prized Amalgam, when something else comes into play from the graveyard, it comes into play for the graveyard on end step, so free 3/3s. Silver Samote Ghoul, when we gain 3 life, it comes back from our graveyard, which will trigger our Prized Amalgams. We have Creeping Chill, which gains us 3 life when it's built, to get back our Silver Samotes, to get back our Prized Amalgam. Haunted Dead, discard a couple cards, get it back, trigger all of our other stuff. So that's the idea. That's the idea of the deck. We're essentially just trying to turbo fill our graveyard and hopefully get everything back for free. The other key addition to this deck is Jace. This is like a great Jace deck because Jace in this deck, we can just play it as a mill 15, and that's actually really good. Or we can maybe get some card advantage out of it. The problem with the deck is swap Jace for the Unearth Artifact. What is the Unearth Artifact that draws cards? I think Jace is like one of the best cards in this deck. Just playing it to mill 15 is really, really good. The challenge of the deck is Graveyard Hate really gets us. Just like any Dredge deck, if we have to try to hardcast Narcomoebas and Prized Amalgams, not going to go very well. That is the drawback. I can imagine a funny card draw archetype with Urabrosk together with Invasion of Keldheim, Spell Slinging and discard till Hellbent. Sounds like an against the odds. Wait, Invasion of Keldheim's backside. I actually have to look that up. What is the backside of Invasion of Keldheim? Actually, that's Kaladesh. Invasion of Keldheim. So Invasion of Keldheim. Oh, that's the Seismic Assault one. Wait, how would it work with Urabrosk? I actually think this card's pretty sweet. I wanted to try to make it work in Modern. I don't know. What do you think about a card like this in Modern? Is there any chance? So, like, we know that Seismic Assault is Modern playable. We have hit our swamps and drawn our cards. There's been Assault Loam decks. So the backside is definitely a very good Modern card. The question is, can we actually get to the backside? Is it too slow for Modern? Can we pay 4 mana for a wheel effect, essentially, with some upside? But can we pay 4 mana for a wheel and deal 4 damage of this to get to the backside? Or in Modern, is it just so fast that you're like, okay, I just gotta play actual Seismic Assault? Even though it's not nearly as strong, it's not drawing me cards, is it just like a speed thing? That's the... Oh boy, this sounds horrible. That is the question of battles. That is the question that we just have not been able to answer yet. Well, we have 2 mill effects, so we can put the Creeping Chill. One thing, if you do decide to play this deck, mulligan a lot. You almost always want to mulligan to get cards out of your hand. Hey Seth, got a Force of Will for my birthday, and I'm super pumped. Ooh, what deck are you putting it in? Where's the Force going? Well, Darkslick Shores and Stitcher's Supplier. Pioneer. Yeah, I mean, Pioneer might be able to make it work in Pioneer. The issue with Pioneer is you don't have all the payoffs. You don't have swans, you don't have loam. So you're missing a lot of the best synergy pieces. Well, go to combat. Hit you with the Stitcher Supplier. Agonizing Remorse is annoying. That actually exiles. Ooh, Yorion, yeah, that seems like a good home for it. Gotta keep the Panharmonicons around. That is a worthy home for a forest. Well, Silver Spoon Graveyard. You know what? Let's just yeah, let's just mill them all. Mill everything. Otherworldly Gaze. Mill. Mill Creeping Chill. Mill Prized Amalgam. Keep the land. Hit ya. We need a creature to come back from our graveyard, though. Silver Smell only works during our turn. So we need... you know what, actually... This feels so bad, but let's play a Prized Amalgam. Go, Dredge Beatdowns. Are you going to try battles in Legacy? It's been a while since you've done a Legacy stream. We'll probably do some Legacy at some point. It has been a minute since we played Legacy. I do always have fun whenever we get to play Legacy. Someone once rendered silent my Panharmonicon, so I killed their commander, 2 artifacts, and a land in response. That's fair. That honestly, I think they got off easy, really. The punishment for killing a Panharmonicon should be you get Armageddon, I think. Armageddon or worse. That's the baseline. Winter Malant, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Get in, hit ya. I wish we'd stop drawing Narcomoebas. A little bit better in our deck. Opponent. Whoa, painfully kills. Okay. All right. This is gonna work. We're good. We're gonna hit a Creeping Chill and get back all of our stuff, or not. Okay. Well, mill this. Mill, I guess? Alright, mill. Hit you for 1 past the turn. This isn't a real Dermir deck, though. Gotta give your voice a break. I have been. It's actually way better than it was. I know it's still not... Yes, you can take our Narcomoeba. I know it's still not perfect, but it's so much better than it was last week. Combat Courier. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if that would really do enough for our deck. It's a cool card, but I'm not sure pay 3 to draw a card is really gonna do it. Jace, hopefully we draw Jace at some point, and you will see that Jace is actually like it's legit in this deck. It's actually really good. Well, maybe we just all right. Let's. So awkward. All right, Otherworldly Gaze. Can we hit a crippling Creeping Chill? No. Wow, those Jaces. So if we do Jace, we mill. All right, mill. Hit you for 1. We're not making this look easy so far. Opponent down to 9. I mean, we are getting there. Opponent's down to 9. Oh, I might need to turn Cardboard Live on. Oh, no. It's been spoiler season. The desktop's a little full. Avert your eyes, chat. Avert your eyes. It's filling up. Where is Cardboard Live over here? Oh no, there it is. Okay, there we go. We're good. See, it's not that messy for being spoiler season. Opponent going to Thought Seize us. Sure. Annoying. Do you think we'll see the Dredge mechanic on Arena anytime soon? No. No. I mean, if they ever actually had full on... How many cards are in our graveyard? 13. If they ever had full on modern, we'll get it. But I don't think in the super near future. Urborg Lurgoyf. Yeah, people have been saying Sultai. Maybe we gotta try to build a Sultai version. The desktop wasn't that bad. 3 interviews in the next 3 days. Let's hope something comes from any of these. Hoping something comes soon because really on the edge of things going bad, but I can still save it. Oh, Magikarp. Hopefully one of these comes through. I have confidence. I have confidence. It seems like you've been doing everything you can. Like, so that's how you make things work out. So fingers crossed that one of those comes through. Let's just Jace, take up on the Murderous Rider for now. We're super close. We are super, super close. Please don't kill our Jace. Liliana, sure. Kind of fine with this. Like, yes, we will discard an Archimeba. Opponent passes. We draw Prized Amalgam. Well, okay, prized Amalgam, cast it. So we could Jace mill, I mean, this has got to be enough, right? We can mill 12? We can mill 12. We got Creeping Chills, 3 of them, 34 cards. We could also just try to draw cards. The good old prized Amalgam, you know what? Let's draw a card. We'll do it this way. Take down, mill, draw Silver Snow past the turn. Right-click desktop, view, show desktop icons. I need my icons though. How do I do anything without without my icons? I got a sweet Sultai Lurgoyf deck for standard. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Well, we will sack a Stitcher's Supplier, mill some cards. Cool, we are, oh, next turn we're good, right? Opponent, Infernal Grasp, desperately trying to get rid of Jace, but it is not going to matter. Opponent hits it, passes, but now we got the Haunted Dead in the graveyard, which is huge. So we'll just pass the turn and make our opponent die, I think. Opponent ticking up. Sure, that's fine. I'm tired of your secrets. I mean, our opponent, like, they're trying to play a game of Magic, and our deck just works on a very different axis than most decks. Because now we get to Haunted Dead. Discard our hand, which is going to give it back multiple prized amalgams. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Yeah, Haunted Dead's a sweet card. Are you going back to 50 FPS for Arena? An opponent sees the Dredge death coming, skips it up. Going back to 50 FPS for Arena. Would love to have the video quality back up for the stream in YouTube. Is it actually noticeable? I mean, I can if it's actually beneficial. Open the folder, click desktop on the left. I promise you'll get used to it. Life will be less chaotic. I took a dive in college when I couldn't handle the desktop madness and didn't care to fix it. Wait, but if I get rid of all of my icons, how do I go to anything? Like, what if I need one of those? What if I need one of them? I was playing this deck against a Mill player. When they saw the first prize amalgam, they GG'd. I imagine. Yeah, Mill kind of does our job for us. Really noticeable compared to Crim's content. His stuff looks super smooth. I need my frames. Oh, well, if it's noticeable, I can look at bringing it back. The main reason, like, so I had been told that it didn't actually make any difference, and that it was just kind of killing the environment for no reason. And I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense. Like, if it really doesn't make any difference, then all the larger file sizes aren't worth it. But if it's actually something that's noticeable, then that would be a reason to keep the higher quality. So what card from March of the Machines are you most hyped for? What, ooh, we got is this the last commander deck? So many commander decks. Saint Traft and Rem Carlos, these mashups. 3 mana, 3/4. Whenever it becomes tapped, create a 1/1 human creature token. If this is the first time this ability resolved this turn, if it's a second time it resolved this turn, make a 1/1 blue spirit. If it's a third time, make a 4/4 angel. And whenever you cast a spell that has convoke, untap it. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So you can just convoke up multiple things and make 3 tokens a turn, including a 4/4 flyer. That's a cool card. That is actually a super cool card. Super for Drana Inland Vala. Yeah, Drana Inland Vala is really good. All right, no graveyard hate, please. Please, please, please. Opponent going to Thoughtseizes. Well, I will see about getting back to 50 FPS then. That's easy enough. Companions are part of the Multiverse Legend sheet. Personally, I'm a little disappointed considering many are banned. Would like to see other cool legends such as Animar and Omnath. I noticed that too. It is a little awkward that they're that they're mostly banned in every format. That's for sure. I mean, people still use them, right? They still see like a bit of play. The thing that is awkward is when it comes to the Multiverse Legends, like, so the good ones are banned in most formats, and the bad ones you don't really play anyway. So I'm not sure, like, who are these for at this point? Like, why are there all these epic companions? I mean, so if you think about it, just going over the companions, like, so Garuda fringe play, Kahira fringe play. I mean, okay, so I guess even the bad ones, the mechanic's just so strong. I play against Karuga sometimes. I see Lutri sometimes. Luris banned pretty much everywhere. Abash, probably one of the better companions at this point. Yeah, maybe it's fine. The more I think about it, like, either they're banned or they see a lot of play. Or enough play, I think, to justify the reprinting. Opponent down to 15. So in Otherworldly Gaze, opponent has not found graveyard hate, which is nice. Do some gazing. Ooh. Oh, GG, here they come. Little Narcomoeba coming back, double prize amalgam for free, and our opponent should be in trouble here. I mean, I guess they could... Whoa! Whoa! What? Erebos' Intervention? Who plays Erebos' Intervention? Like seriously. All right. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Well done, opponent. Shifty, eh? Shifty. That is also awkward. Well, Watery Grave untapped. Yeah, that was painful. Run out the Haunted Dead pass the turn. Dictate Erebos. Dictate. Who plays Dictate Erebos? I wish they would make just ban the companion mechanic. You know, I agree. I also would be on board with just banning the companion mechanic, honestly. 2 cards in the graveyard. Well, let's see if we can change that. Venture deeper. Mill some cards. Silver Smoke, Gaze. Well, okay. Play Secret Keeper. Play Take Numa. Pass the turn. I feel like we're gonna get there eventually. Yeah, we're doing some exploring and dredging today. Your upload schedule is like, what, 5 days or so before the video is supposed to come out? Yeah, roughly, with editing and all that. Yeah, give or take. So many conspiracy theories about Arena. I don't know. I've never understood the Arena gives me bad matchups conspiracy theory. Wow, they did that in a way to not kill our Silver Smoke? Okay, yeah, sure. Ah, I see. Well, yeah, that is awkward. Well, sack the silver smoke. Opponents staying alive. They're staying alive. We get to draw a prized amalgam, unfortunately. About it. All right, we get a million triggers. Mill, mill, mill. Upkeep. Otherworldly gaze. Do some milling. With the Jaces, we're so close. What is our plan for this turn? Double Jace is mill 30. That's a lot of milling. When is completed Planeswalker Tribal happening? Ooh, that could be a fun one. What a do we know the end of this story? Like, is the end of this whole story that none of this actually matters? Like, do the battles mean, like, I didn't read the story, so correct me where I'm wrong here, but is the story that Elish Norn's taking over the world, it's completing everything, all these iconic planeswalkers are being destroyed by, are being destroyed and completed, and then that's it. Like, the battles happen and every plane defeats this unbeatable army, and that's that. GG. Phyrexia loses. Like, isn't that a little anticlimactic? Like, how did they manage to lose every single battle? Every plane they go to, this dominant force, they just get their butts kicked. I don't get it. I mean, the cards are sweet though. Like, flavor, whatever. Like, that's not my thing. I will also. What do you think about? Let me see if I can find it. Kunaros. All right, so get back Haunted Dead, which gets back a prize. If you have another Erebos' Intervention opponent, I swears. No mas. One thing I don't understand with these mashup legends is how some of them kind of contradict their old abilities. Like, is this a favor flail? So Croxa, oh my, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, well, Jace, full price. How many cards? 47, all right. Well, we will mill 15. This is why Jace is so good in the deck. Just dump everything in the graveyard. Hit 3 Creeping Chills. Yes. And yes. And yes. And then hit you with our Dorks. Pony it down to 6. Life flashing before their eyes. Prized Amalgam. Triggering for no reason. Okay. Boy, so many Erebos' interventions. But is that a, like, what do you think of the multiverse legends? Isn't it weird that the original Kunaros hated on reanimation and the new one actually reanimates? I think the card's really good though. Do you think Elish Norn is good? What do you think of the Praetors? Are the Praetors actually gonna be playable? Oh, Liliana. Oh, that can get rid of our Jace.
And I don't appreciate it when people touch my things.
Opponent. Ticking up. Well, Jace down. Can we close out the game? Can we close it out? Otherworldly gaze. Now let's take a Haunted Dead. I guess we're to the cast Haunted Dead stage of the game. We only have 15 cards left in our library. That is not a lot past the turn. I really like Jin, but 7 cards in hand is rough. Yeah, that's kind of the challenge, I think, is... Oh, and they get to gain life. That's kind of the challenge is the backsides are so strong, but how realistic is it to actually flip them? That's what I'm not sure about. Kroxan Kunaros isn't a flavor fail. Kunaros is letting the underworld out to join the fight against Phyrexia. The point of the set is characters putting aside their conflicts. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. That does make some sense. How many of our threats are exiled? Prized Amalgam. Oh, 3 prized amalgams. 3 silver smotes. Opponent. Opponent, opponent, opponent. Oh, and they're just going to keep ticking up. Yeah, the Graveyard Hate is actually doing some work against us. Okay, I think we got a plan. We pass the turn. Opponent. We can draw with Cling to Dust and then get back a Haunted Dead in response to the Liliana. I think that's the plan. So, all right, Cling to Dust. Exile Erebos' Intervention. Exile some lands. Draw a card. Yeah, the Shifting Ceratops can get reach. Discard, discard. So we can't actually just swing in very easily. Did I see Wand of the World Soul? I haven't. Opponent plays. Is that one of the new commander cards? We'll have to look at it. I haven't seen that one yet. Opponent. Murderous. Oh, we are so close. We are so close. Same plan, I guess. Pass the turn. Opponent. Are we drawing? Down to 4. That is not much life. That is not much life. The problem is if they draw another meat hook, then we're probably out of luck. Yeah, those cards are really sweet. The Enchant Planeswalker cards are so cool. All right, opponent takes down, gains a life. Meat Hook Massacre doing work. Agonizing Remorse. Okay, so exile. I don't know if this is going to get us there or not. So exile 5. Draw a card. Discard. Get back a Haunted Dead. The Shifting Ceratops can get reach, so it just attacking with the spear doesn't do anything because of Ceratops. That's kind of the issue. Shifty, sneaky reach on Shifting Ceratops. Crustaback, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. About it. I guess we need to upkeep stop. All right, do some gazing. Well, okay, Narcomoeba. How many cards in our deck? Not many. 11. Well, mill them all. 2 Narcomoebas for free. Yes, please. Yes, please. 8 cards. 8. This game has been so close. It has been so close. We have one creeping chill, right? There's one left. So in theory, okay, let's attack with. Oh, we draw it. Okay. We'll go to combat. Now we're actually going to attack with the flyers. This might be enough. Attack. Attack. Opponent can eat one of them. But... oh no! But there's a Miuk Massacre, so it still doesn't work. Oh, that's right. This Miuk Massacre's life gain has been huge. Chat. Chat, we attacked for 0. I blame you, chat. Well, hit you to 1. Opponent. Scoops it up. Should have attacked with everything. Should we have attacked with everything? So if we attack with everything, our opponent gains 3. Yeah, I guess it would have been better to attack with everything. I was thinking that the Murderous Rider plus Meathook Massacre made that bad, but yeah, it actually would have been worth it. Well, we got there. We got there in the end somehow. So what is this Mono Red Blink? Let's see this deck. Ooh, Ortheon, eh? Ortheon's definitely an interesting commander. If you can actually get to the point of 9 mana, it's pretty sweet. Little bit like Jax's, I would say. That looks fun. Cool to see commander decks build around some of the new cards already. All right, what is this Wanda World Soul? 3 mana. ETB's tapped, taps to add a white mana, or taps to make the next spell you cast this turn have Convoke. This card's really good. This card's really, really good. Like, this is what I want to see out of 3 mana rocks. Like, I know 3 mana rocks are out of fashion. People don't really like them anymore, but we're getting like, so there's the red one that stores up mana. There's the red one that clones. There's the Midnight Clock in blue. What's the black one? I feel like there's a black one, but this like pseudo cycle of 3 mana rocks with a big upside. Those cards are really, really sweet. Like I really, really like them. What are your thoughts on Incubate? It's interesting. I would say, So I would say that Incubate, there's definitely some big upsides. I think, where's the shark? I think this is one of the most controversial cards for me. I think Incubate can be good. Apocalypse, Arocalypse, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Tube Jeffrey, thank you. Like this card, this is one of those cards where I'm just really not sure. You can see the downside of Incubate. Being like a 3 mana Shark Typhoon sounds ridiculous. You cast a spell, you get this huge creature, but having to pay 2 mana to flip it into a creature, it kind of has me on the fence. So I think there are certainly good uses to it, but I think the mana cost, I don't know. If food are good, and clues are good, and those are 2 mana to gain 3 life or to draw a card, I assume a food that is going to turn into a big creature is pretty reasonable. It's going to depend on the number, really. Like, you're not going to pay 2 to make a 1/1 with Chrome Hell Shark. On the other hand, if you're casting a 5 mana Planeswalker or something, that is totally worth paying 2 mana to flip. So I think it's an interesting mechanic. Shark is a card Richard and Krim are really high on. I don't really see it with Shark in specific, but I do think the mechanic can be good. I like that it dodges. Yeah, dodging Wrath is interesting. I think that'll be one of the most common play patterns is, wow, what's the green one? The green one that incubates equal to your lands twice. Glistening Dawn. So 4 mana, incubate X twice, where X is the number of lands you control. This is a card that on turn 4, it's horrible, but if you can get up to like 6 lands, 8 lands, cast this, farewell to Wrath the board, and then turn your creatures, your incubates into pseudo hasty creatures, that actually seems like kind of a game-winning line. I think that can actually just close out the game. So I think there's definitely uses for it. I don't think it's like a busted mechanic, but I do think it'll see a lot of play. Shark is really good in control since you don't have to pay extra for your payoffs. Since you do it on your opponent's end step. Yeah, I guess that's true. You still sound a bit sick. Yeah. It's funny because I've been doing better, but a stream is just so much talking that apparently the cold comes out. when I'm doing videos, I can kind of like stop and clear my throat or edit it out, but when you do a live stream, it just is what it is. So I feel like way better, but I still have just like a little congestion that comes out in the voice once in a while, which is a little awkward, unfortunately. Ooh, are we going to 5? 5 is not many cards. I think we are, though. All right. Well, this hand is not great, but we will keep it. Bottom and bottom. And here we go. New against Oddsbait. Begin the invasion. Wait, what is begin the invasion? Begin the invasion. Oh, yeah, that card's really cool. That card's super cool. The only challenge is it's a commander card, which makes it tricky to build in against the odds deck around. Well, guess we should have played the untap land. I mean, I guess that's fine. They took a cling to dust. We just do not have many cards here. Really? Dredge is a popular deck? Interesting. I don't think I've ever actually played against it. I thought it was a brew. I didn't realize it was an actual archetype. Wait, do you all actually play against Prized Amalgam Dredge? I don't play the land. Yeah, let's run out Silver's Moat. We'd like to get full value out of Jace if we could. Hey Seth, what's your most anticipated card for March of the Machines? Well, I'm super intrigued by battles. Like, oh no. Probably cheating to name a whole mechanic rather than a card. But I'm very, very interested to see if that mechanic can actually work. So that's at the top of my list. As far as individual cards, Realm of the World Tree, Realm Breaker, whatever the put all your Praetors into play. I think that card is gonna be super fun. That's the card I'm probably most excited to build, like an against the odds deck around. This is not looking good. I mean, I guess we're on the Mold of 5 and got Mold of 5 get Thoughtseize twice is not a recipe to win a game. Imagine that. I'm convinced attacking battles is a trap. I think it's very possibly a trap. I have a fear. I have a fear that battles are not going to be played in the way that they're supposed to be played. I do think that's a pretty realistic possibility, that battles are played like sorceries, that you can sometimes blink, or like Elish Norn or Yarok or whatever, Panharmonicon, but they don't actually get attacked much. And I think that would be a big disappointment. Hear me out, Seth. Against the odds for Historic with the new card from Mon, Conclave Siege Captain, backup Tribal. Oh, the backup, I actually like the backup mechanic. I think backup's gonna be pretty good. Being able to give abilities with like pseudo haste, I think is actually pretty powerful. Opponent. Oh yeah, this one's super over. So Haunted Dead, you need 2 cards to discard from the graveyard. Oh, this has been a blowout. Hey, what's up, Doug? How are you? What have you been working on with the new set? Yeah, this, well, hopefully we don't mow so much. Ooh, Zimone and Dina, eh? I think that card's pretty sweet. I'm excited to try that in Standard. We played the Gixin Puppeteer Draw 2 deck in Standard, and it was actually a pretty fun budget deck. And Zimone and Dina seems absolutely perfect for it. Seems like designed to go into that deck. Yeah, seems fun in Commander too. Kind of a weird mashup of like ramping in aristocrats. Hey, what's up, Frogler? How are you? I want to thank y'all. I got pissed at Magic a while ago, gave my cards away in this decent community, and this content brought me back. So thanks everyone. And Seth, well, Teasy, how's the collection going? Have you managed to start rebuilding yet? Well, this is fine. Oh, the problem is, so this is a deck where we really want to win game 1. Because game 2 is where our opponent gets to bring in all their graveyard hate, and it gets a lot tougher. We gotta win game 1, and then we hope we win one of the next 2. Never told us about the graph. Oh wait, what? What graph are we talking about? The arena format playability graph? Was it that one? But wow, I can't. Oh no, this. Okay, go Silver Smoke beatdowns. You can do it. Not looking good. Well, Silver Smoke, you hell. Opponents. Gonna eat the graveyard. Well, can the jankiest beatdown in the history of Arena actually kill one of the best decks in the format? We are going to see. Well, Ipnu Rivulet, go to combat, attack you. Opponent. Gonna kill the Silver Smoke. Well, we might as well draw a card. Fizzle the Bone Crusher, hit you down to 14. Hardcast an Archamoeba. Here they come. Here comes the 1/1 Flyers. I hope we get Oathbreaker on Arena. I wonder if they have the technology. I'm not sure if they have the technology or not. A spell in the command zone might just break Arena's already not super big brain. Well, hit you with the Narcomoebas. Is there any way we can actually make this work? Hit you with the Silver Smoke, or play the Silver Smoke past the turn. Oh, Graveyard 8. Good old Graveyard 8. Opponent. Do you enjoy Oathbreaker then? Chicken Guy, what are you playing Oathbreaker? Yeah, I'm excited for Yargle and Mutani too. It takes a lot in 2023 to get people hyped for a literal vanilla creature, but I think Yargle and Mutani, its stats are just so big and interesting that I think that's actually the kind of vanilla creature that can get people excited. Opponent. Oh boy, Shieldred. I mean, we can fight through some amount of graveyard hate. Obviously not ideal, but we can fight through a bit of it. I think this Shieldred just beats us though. Like, the combination, we would be doing all right, but our opponent gaining a bunch of life each turn is going to make this really difficult. The plan for Graveyard Hate is to possibly try to mill our opponent out. See, the problem is, like, so we compelling argument, but if we actually hit anything good, our opponent just exiles it, so it doesn't do anything. If it wasn't for the Shieldred, I'd feel like we had some chance. Yeah, opponent exiles. I love hearing you read out Yargle Mutani's flavor text. I'm pretty sure I did in a spoiler video. Opponent flips the Fable of the Breaker. Hey, what's up, Siege Wino? I like the name. That's a good one. I have this Oathbreaker Garrick deck with Palm the Forbidden in Strixhaven Spellslinger creature strategy. Spam tokens, drain everyone for 20 life a turn. Ooh. That actually sounds super sweet. Opponent gets in. See, that sounds like That sounds like how I imagine in my head Oathbreaker being played and being awesome. I hope the format. All right, opponent. G. Why not gaze when they tap the hers? Well, if we gaze, we only get to go 3 cards deep. So our odds of putting anything into play is pretty small. And then they get to eat the gaze. I think the gaze is best when we can play it and flash it back. Have I played CDH? I have. Not a ton, but I've played several CDH matches. CDH is fun. I think for me, what it always comes down to is like, I don't know. So here's what I get stuck on with CDH is, since I have a pretty casual Commander play group for Commander Clash, if I want to play competitively, I usually just play like Modern or Pioneer or Legacy or Standard or whatever, rather than playing Commander competitively. I think I would probably play it more if I had like a CDH play group. Is this hand worth it? So we mill. I mean, the hand's not horrible. We can hardcast Haunted Dead. When it dies. The thing is, these are cards we'd rather have in our deck. You know what? I think you know what? We'll try it. We'll try it. We gotta mill 5. That's fine. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess CDH, the upside is you can play proxies. It seems like proxies are pretty accepted. So I guess that's upside budget wise. Opponent. All right. Looks like a Creeping Chill off the top. A land go. So what is the first Commander deck you're building with the new set? Well, I guess let's start the milling, see what happens. Compelling argument. Opponent. All right, here comes an Archimedes. Good luck beating them. I'm primarily a 100-card format player. Is my above assessment of Pioneer format and my thought correct in your experience, or is there something I'm missing? I think I'm missing what that's referring to. Let me hang on. Wait. What was the first part of that? Oh, I see. The more I look at Rakdos piles, I feel like my assessment is more correct. What is your assessment of Pioneer, Magikarp? That's the part I'm not 100% clear on. Get in, hit ya about it. Down to 13 and Haunted Dead. The format looks like you could exploit it with your Blink pile. The majority of people are focused on 1v1 removal, and if I'm currently playing a bunch of 1/1s that ETB draw, and they're trying to Fatal Push Liana and all that, and just smack fools with some giant creatures that don't know how to push Bone Crusher, seems like a good anti-meta call. I think that's partly true. I think there's 2 really big decks in Pioneer. Well, hit you with an Archimedes. There's 2 really big decks in Pioneer. One of those decks is Rakdos. I guess you could argue that maybe Greasefang is somewhere on the list too. How do we do this? Oh, Jace probably gets countered. Opponent's at 11. Yeah, I think we just go Haunted Dead. Yeah, pass the turn. We can get back a Haunted Dead. To get back the prized Amalgam. And then next turn, we might be able to get back the Silver Smelts. Discard. Haunted Dead returns. Makes a dork. Triggers the prized Amalgam. I mean, we're pretty close to just winning here, aren't we? End of turn. Get the prized amalgam. Oh man, my voice is still pretty shot, isn't it? It's funny, I thought my voice was better finally, but apparently it's not all the way better. Get in, hit ya, opponent. Down to 2, and then hardcast creepy chill. Just the way we drew it up. They could have a counter. If they have a counter, they live. Wow, all right, Spell Pierce. Staying alive, past the turn. Opponent. All right, dead anyway. So I would say Magikarp, yes, against decks like Rakdos, you will do really well if you're trying to just like outvalue them with Dorks and blink them with Yarion. The challenge comes in with decks like Hidden Stirrings or Nykthos. Those are decks that are very different. You're gonna do all your dirtly stuff, and Lotus Field's just gonna kind of pseudo storm combo you off, or Mono Green Devotion is just going to go super over the top and combo you off. So I think it really depends on the matchups. I think you'd have a great time against like Rakdos and 5-color mid-range and stuff like that, but you probably struggle against the fast control decks. Pioneer really is a pretty diverse format. You got Abzan Greasefang, which is kind of combo-y, Graveyard combo, Hidden Stirrings combo, Nykthos combo, you got Control, you got mid-range, Humans is definitely an aggro deck, Gruul mid-range is kind of an aggro deck, really. So I feel like you really have a nice mixture. So I think the Yarion Blink value plan, especially with battles entering the mix, is a good one, but I don't think it would just take over the format, because I think the combo decks would be a concern, I would say. Hey, Big Scoop, longtime YouTube watcher, first time catching the stream, love your content. Well, Horned Lizrog, welcome to the stream. I apologize that my voice does not sound better today. Still, apparently getting over this cold. So weird. Heading into the stream, I thought, oh, I'm good. We're perfectly fine, but now my voice is kind of shot again. Would be fun if OP can attack battles, but will get counters instead. Yeah, someone brought up that Vorinclex, new Vorinclex, is like actively bad with battles, which is kind of funny. I hadn't really thought about the non-bow aspect of it. Bolt is super underrated in EDH. Really? You think Bolt is good? Huh. Oh, we gotta talk more about these commander cards that are being spoiled. What do you think of okay, so I think what we're gonna do after this match, we'll go through a deck worth of commander cards, and then we'll do the next match, because I do want to look at these. I was waiting to look at them until y'all got here to see what you thought. Figured we could look at them together, but I need to know about this one removal spell. How good is it? Well, Stitcher's Splier. Milia. Well, Milas. So the card in question, pretty good Mills. The card in question, Excise the Imperfection. 1 white instant. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller incubates X, where X is its mana value. So how good is this card? What is the power level of this card? Like, white removal. You obviously have like Swords and Path if you want super cheap stuff. Generous Gift, I would say, is like the best mono white removal spell. This is pretty close, right? This has got to be pretty close. Seth, I lost my job lost my job a few months ago. Now I may need to sell some of my collection to pay bills. Can't sub, but always like hanging out. Hope the stream goes well. Well, Avian, I am sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. Losing a job is never fun. But I hope things turn around in the future. And really, I mean, subs are always appreciated, but the main thing is coming and hanging out, and like that's what matters the most. Like by far, that is the most important thing. So never ever even a little bit feel bad about not being able to sub, because really, I mean, the reason I look forward to the stream is that I get to hang out with all of you. Like that's the most important thing. So never feel guilty about that. Yeah, I guess we just pass and gaze. Why on earth does goldfish call it hidden stirrings and not lotus field? Doesn't everyone else call lotus field combo? It's a good question. I don't know. What is the most common naming? I'd have to look at what other people call it. I think of it as lotus field combo. Well, get an Archimedes, which will get a prized amalgam. Untap, land, go to combat, hit you for the big 2. I assume our opponent's going to do something busted at some point. Rekindling Phoenix, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Get back the prized amalgam. The pressure's on, we're getting there. Wait, so how good is Excise Imperfection? Is this a staple? Is this in the conversation for best white removal spell? Should have cast a second main to get Amalgam back. Yeah, I guess we should have, in case we hit an Archimedes. Mostly a matter of setting stops. So I guess technically we should do that this time too. Hey Seth, how's it going dredging tonight? Will you dredge? Dredge with Elder Deepfeed. Ooh, I do like Elder Deepfeed. We'll have to play an Emerge deck. Elder Deepfeed's been one of my favorite budget cards for a while, and we haven't played it on Arena. Mr. Peaches, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Wow, Bonus scoops it up. Bonus scoops it up. Opponent scoops it up. Skyclave at instant speed is always appreciated. I mean, yeah, instant speed is a big upgrade. I guess Skyclave is kind of the comparison. They do get to incubate right away. All right, let's talk about a commander deck worth of cards. Yeah, Haunted Dad's actually really good in this deck. Avian with the gift sub from Siege Wino. Thank you so much to both of you. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. So the most recent commander deck, what do we got? So they're spoiling all the decks today. We talked about Saint Traft and Rem Carlos. Excuse me. So we talked about Saint Traft and Rem Carlos. Seems like a cool Convoke commander. Cool to see Convoke coming back. I'm sure there's other... What's the best way to abuse it? There's got to be some tap and untap shenanigans. Because all it cares about is becoming tapped. So you can tap it to a vehicle, and then if you have a way to untap it, like you can be adding a lot of power to the battlefield. Would you build a deck around it? Everything combos with Intruder Alarm. But yes, that is true. I guess you max out at 3, right? After the 3rd time, then you don't get anything else. Hey Seth, why do you think Rakdos Arcanist fell off so hard in Historic? I remember it being one of the top decks, and now I never see anyone playing it. Historic it's tough. We don't really have good metagame data because we don't really have historic tournaments anymore. I don't know. Rebalancings maybe. Like I think my guess at what happened is Rakdos Arcanist used to be a good like aggro kind of spelly deck, but then they rebalanced the wizards and made wizards just like absurdly busted, and now people play that instead of Arcanist because it's just a scarier version of it, essentially. Blackmore Live, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Nesting Dovehawk. 4-mana 2/2, flying at the beginning of combat in your turn, populate. Whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I mean, that seems fine for a big token deck. Something like Gyrid. I think that's where you want to be. Populate is at its best when you have big tokens rather than little 1/1s like Path of the Ghost Hunter. 2 and X sorcery, X 1/1 spirits with flying. Starting with you, each player votes for Planeswalk or Chaos. If Planeswalk get more votes, Planeswalk. If Chaos gets more votes or it's tied, Chaos ensues. What do you think of? You sound horrible, don't strain your... I know. I thought I was going to be fine for the stream, but apparently not fully fine because my voice is... It's only been... How long has it been? Hour and a half? Not even. Hour and 15 minutes and my voice is already gone. It's weird because as I was doing the spoiler video earlier, I was thinking, man, my voice is pretty good today. I think I'm good to go. But what do you think of having these random plane chase abilities in here? Like, do you like it? Like, does it add to the deck or take away from the deck? A card like this, I mean, I guess it's fine, even if you're not playing with plane chase cards, even though the Will the Planeswalker ability will just do nothing. Do you think that in Soul Artifact could ever become a meta deck in Historic? I've been playing it as a pretty good win rate. I've been messing around with it for a budget deck potentially. So I think it could get to the point of being a meta deck. I don't know if it'll ever be like tier 1, but I think it could at least be a solid tier 2 deck. Do any of you actually play Plane Chase? Like how popular is Plane Chase as a way to play Magic? That's something I haven't really been clear on. I've never played it. I tried to play once on Magic Online and realized that it doesn't actually work. They added the Plane Chase decks, but like rolling the planar die or whatever didn't actually work. So Plane Chase is a format that's like 15 years old now. They printed a couple of like supplemental products specifically for it. It's essentially Dragon Bones. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super video. Thank you. The easiest way to play it at this point is just play Commander, except you get these plain cards added in. Have you ever played Marvel Snap? It's kind of like Marvel Snap, where these plain cards are going to put a static effect on the battlefield that ends up having an effect to everyone, essentially. Hey, what's up, Magikarp? Teamer Ragavan? It seems kind of like fun and chaotic, something a little bit different. Like, one of the things I like about it is it works with normal formats. Like you could play a game of Standard or Modern or Commander and just add the planes in. So I think that's the main upside for it is you can take in just have your normal Commander play group. And if you're in the mood for something a little more spicy, like, unfortunately, these are sideways, so they're hard to read. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, if there is no monarch, you become the monarch. So that is the static effect. Puts the monarch into the game. And then when chaos ensues, create a 1/1 black assassin creature token with death touch and haste. Oh, that actually seems like not a very powerful plane. That seems like one of the lesser planes, but there's a whole bunch of them. So the idea is you're gonna have these random effects that are coming and going essentially throughout the game. More like a board game. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. We got a new donation from Lucid. Ooh, Eidolon. Ay. From Lucid, $3 donation. Hey, Seth. Wanted to update you. I'm recovering really well from my surgery. My face isn't swollen anymore, but I'm getting antsy doctor's orders that I can't do any more than light walking. No gender dysphoria anymore, though. Hey, that's awesome, Lucid. Well, I'm glad you are on the path to recovery. That's super duper exciting. I'm glad it's going well. Hopefully, how long do you have to do the light walking orders? Is that I don't actually know how long recovery normally takes. Like, how long, do you have any idea how long until you can just do everything, essentially? Well, I mean, I guess we're taking some damage here, unfortunately. Mill some cards. If we hit a Narc Amoeba, we get back a Prize Amalgam, it would be huge. Ooh, alright. Well... Secret Keeper down to 18. Playing Chase is super fun. Hey, what's up, Mr. Zakara? How is everything? Super fun for Commander if you want to play... If you want to play casually, to be Deep Fiend Thing... You probably remember the idea that you get back your Haunted Dead turn 2, start Deep Fiending from turn 3 to get back Amalgams. It was one of my favorite standard decks. Oh, right. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, I was thinking of like Emerge decks, but when a creature dealt damage by a source you control would die. Exile. Oh, this is looking real bad. Real bad. Real bad in a bunch of ways. Well, let's continue to kill ourselves. Otherworldly gaze. This Eidolon is ruining our day. Mill. Hit a creeping chill at least. Gain back a bit of life. Do we have a silver smoke? We don't. Well, okay. Exile it. Hit ya. Back to 14 for a minute. We really need silver smoke. Oh, no silver smokes. That is awkward. All right, well, mill. Past the turn. I think we're dead, though. Velpus, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I asked GPT to build me a creeping chill deck. Did they actually build one? What did it look like? I'm intrigued by the idea of AI building decks. I posted the new, I'm so confused. Oh, there's actually a new Ragavan. Oh, I thought you were just saying random things. Rashmi and Ragavan. Whenever you cast your first spell during each of your turns, exile the top card of target opponent's library, create a treasure token. Okay, that's pretty Ragavan-y. Then you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost if it's a spell with mana value less than the number of artifacts you control. If you don't cast it this way, you may cast it this turn. My God. What do you think about the amount of text on Magic cards? Just reading that wall of text. Here's an actual image of it. Thank you, Magikarp. What do you think about the amount of text? Just like reading through that ability, it's so much. Whenever you cast your first spell during each of your turns, exile the top card of target opponent's library and make a treasure. So you cast your first spell only during your turn. You essentially get Ragavan's ability. Then you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is less than the number of artifacts you control. If you don't cast it this way, you may cast it this turn. What a wall of words. What a wall of words. Oh, I mean the card's sweet. It's like an artifact spell slinger deck essentially. That is a lot of words though. Oh, we got a sideboard, don't we? The question is, do we want to try to be a mill deck? How worried about graveyard hate are we? Mono red, like Tasha's Hideous Laughter, is good against them. Yeah, maybe we just bring the fatal pushes. Bring the fatal pushes and hope for the best. Something like this. Blue-black Dredge. Ooh. Oh, this is okay. Some cat oven action, eh? That's spicy. Yeah, this is a very different take on Dredge. How's it worked for you, Nilsson? Herald of Anguish was a sweet card. Yeah, we gotta play some more. Well, it's a lot of graveyard filling. We will keep. Is that in a precon? Yes, I think that's the backup commander. The backup commander for the last precon. What are there 5 precons with this set? So many precons. Well, let's venture a bit deeper. Mill some cards. All right, Prized Amalgam. That's something. If someone shows up to a table and needs to read a novel to understand what the commander does, no longer invited to my games. I mean, I think a lot of these cards, like, they'll become more intuitive once you play with them, I think. Like, Rashmi and Ragavan, once you play with, like, the wording is very clunky, but I think it'll play a lot better than the wording is. The wording's actually kind of simple. You cast a spell during your turn. You get to steal one of your opponent's cards and make a treasure. Either you have enough artifacts that you cast it for free, or you have the option to cast it for mana. Like, it's a huge wall of text to get to that point, but the actual gameplay mechanic doesn't seem that bad to me. Like, it seems reasonable. We got a new donation from Dane Wildfire, $2 donation. After a careful reading of Pelucrados, I realized he's a very good Selesnya commander. Bring back a 0/0 Hydra that dies, then you make 2 3/3s. Better with token doublers. Ooh, that's a really cool idea for building around Pelucrados. That's a super sweet idea. But we definitely need this land. I like that. I hadn't really considered playing Pelucranos as an actual Hydra command. I kind of thought that was just throwaway text essentially, but it seems like there might actually be some sweet implications. Well, I mean, let's. So if we get back Haunted Dead, we get a prized amalgam. That's reasonable. Yeah, let's just do that. Actually, I guess we might as well do it during our opponent's turn. Yeah, let's just pass. Yeah, let's pass. Let's pass and see what our opponent does. Interesting thing, my opponent turned their Ivy commander into a token somehow. I mean, I guess there's cards that make token copies of creatures. Can you evaluate the Convoke 2 Ward Trample 2 Dino? Seems really strong, like turn 4 Strog. Ooh, that's one of the most interesting cards, I think, in the set. Like, the Convoke Dino. Oh, what is it? Imperio? Ancient Imperiosaur. Yes, that'll be the next card we talk about. We have a new donation from Christina Lutra, $5 donation. Hey Seth, I was wondering if you'd take a look at my deck here. I've been beating Oracle the Alphas, Rakdos Sacrifice, Yarian Doom Foretold, even Mono Redburn. Ooh, yes, I'd love to take a look. That sounds pretty impressive. Opponent gonna get in and hit us. Sure. What is this brew? Ooh. So Christina, I love the meme of it. That's very impressive. I mean, I guess if you think about it, what's Rakdos gonna do against a 6/6 trample? I mean, your deck is built around the best creature in Magic, right? And just making as many of them as possible. So it reminds me of like the 34 Rhino deck, honestly. but with the 2023 meme edition. That would actually kind of be a funny against the odds, I guess. Although maybe a little bit of a Rhino ripoff. Hey, what's up, Brooke? Here, how are you? Okay, so Haunted Dead or Double Gaze? Yeah, I think we need bodies. So let's Haunted Dead. Discard. Get back Haunted Dead. Get back a prized amalgam. Make a spirit. The mono blue copying card is really sweet. That card I think is intriguing. Oh, that's an unfortunate draw. Well, Jays. Mill 9. Hey, there we go. Narcomoeba, Creeping Chill, and things are looking up. 2 flyers, prized amalgam, drain ya for... oh my goodness. Wow. So apparently we did not click accurately enough. Well, opponent scoops it up anyway. Mono blue infinite special. Ooh, trying to make all the Jaces. Trying to make all the Jace Coding Castaways is definitely fun. You have some fun brews, Nescent Theory, I will say. Was wondering if you would check out my Explorer 5-color Vanifar combo. Combos on turn 3 or 4 with Endray's Forerunner, Thassa's Oracle for the win, Hoffrey and Stoneforge and Mudraltha plus Garna is what makes the deck work. I've never seen anyone with my build. I need it to be known. Well, yes, send me your list, 17 year. I would love to see it. That sounds. I mean, we've played Vanifar combo a bunch of times, but that is a super spicy version. I don't know if you've commented on it, but what's your opinion of horsemanship making a return? Also, what do you think about 2 of the CL precons being $90? Wait, what precons are $90? The commander. I'm so confused. Blackmore Live, thank you for the donation. What is the CL precons? So horsemanship making a return. I think it's mostly just a fun flavor thing. Like, I don't think we're ever going to see horsemanship be a supported mechanic again. I don't ever think we're going to have a standard set with horsemanship. I don't think it's necessary. Like, how many flying mechanics do you need? But from this perspective of commander, I kind of like it. I don't know why so many cards spoiled today. Can't even find it. I know it exists in here somewhere. But I like Wizards giving these niche cards for niche decks. So Herald of Hoofbeats, 4-mana 3/3 horsemanship. Other knights you control have horsemanship. They could have just said knights are unblockable or whatever. I think that doing it this way is it's a flavor win. Like, it works for knights. So in something like this, I'm pretty fine with it. I don't want to see it come back and be like a standard mechanic or anything, but I think this is a really good use of an old mechanic. And I think it kind of fits the theme of the set. This whole set is like bringing back old characters. They're coming to like fight against, the Phyrexians. So seeing this really old, forgotten mechanic come back, I think it works. It works with what this set's trying to do, I think. Is the card actually good? I mean, I guess it's Circle of Loyalty good. I mean, it's probably really good at knights, right? No one plays horsemanship, so is it just like super flying because no one's gonna be able to block your creatures? The knight deck seemed like it got a lot of goodies, honestly. What is the best of the precons? I'm sending you a vocal oil, natural oil package. Well, thank you. Honestly, like, I thought my voice was good, but apparently not. What about, let me try maybe a cough drop. Will a cough drop solve the problem? Eidolon, eh? Well, that needs to die. We saw that in game 1. Eidolon's really good against us. A Tuara and Secret Keeper do some venturing. Do you think red talent being Rowan means Chandra may take a backseat as a main red planeswalker? Ooh. I mean, I like Chandra, but I kind of hope so. I think we might be up for a reset with a lot of things changing. The sad thing is I've never really felt any connection to Rowan, so I don't really care about that in specific, but I think that having more diverse planeswalkers is a good thing. Like, wow, that was easier than expected. I think that's a good thing, right? Just having a Chandra every set, sometimes multiple Chandras every set. I think we need to get more different planeswalkers going. So if that's what they're doing, I like it. Should probably rest your voice intermittently during the stream for 15 to 30 seconds at a time. Oh, that defeats the point of streaming, though. The point of streaming is to just talk as much as possible. Okay, resting. Okay, 9 seconds. That's pretty good. Then, so what commander precon are you most excited for? So we looked at this one. Oh, actually, this is another. So many cards. Holy spoilers. So we looked at Rashmi and Ragavan. Schema Thief. 4 mana, 3/3 flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of target artifact that player controls. Well, I guess you make a Soul Ring every turn or something. That's fine. I guess that's fine. Its stats aren't great. Would I play this? Would you play Schema Thief? Is that worth it? What's your card selling sponsor that I can just shift my cards to? That is Card Conduit. Card Conduit, the easiest way to sell your Magic cards. But yeah, look up Card Conduit. If you just want to get rid of stuff, they're the easiest way to do it for sure. Hedron Detonator. Oh, Tomer. Does this blow up Hedron Archives? That would be the perfect Tomer card. 3 mana, 2/3. When an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, Hedron Detonator deals 1 damage to target opponent. Sack 2 artifacts, exile the top card of your library. You may play the card this turn. Okay. I mean, the damage is nice. Triggering on clues, triggering on incubates, actual artifacts. Sack 2 and tap to play the top card of your library doesn't feel that good, but you feel bad for. Can you make tea? Maybe. I guess for next stream I'll have to make some tea. Honestly, like, I don't feel bad. That is a thing. That's the hard part, because I feel so much better. So I think my voice sounds worse than I actually feel. Do you have any tea readily available, Seth? Really, any warm liquid or soap? Oh, soup will help your throat. I don't. I could go make some coffee. Would coffee solve the problem? I've never really been a tea drinker. Burning Bush, welcome. Should I go put on a pot of coffee? Is that the solution to my throat sounding bad? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. If Wizards doubled the 4 of card limit for Constructed, but made it so if you had more than 4 copies of a card, your minimum deck size was also doubled, how do you think it would affect playing, apart from being better against mill, obviously? So you can play 8 cards, but if you play 8 of a card, you have to play a 120 card deck? Huh. I mean, wouldn't it actually end up being mostly the same? But my throat's not even sore. It just sounds bad. It's just like a little leftover congestion, because it doesn't hurt or anything. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I feel way better, but my voice apparently just cannot hold up to talking for 2 straight hours. Major Killjoy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. I apologize. I feel bad for you. That's a problem. Like, I'm fine. Like, I appreciate all the kind words. I just feel bad that I don't sound that great, that it's probably not as enjoyable to listen to. Mono red again? So much mono redding. Do we mill anything relevant? Not really. Well, I mean, I guess we play Secret. Let's just Secret Keeper tap land. We kind of want to get some more action in the graveyard before we Haunted Dead. We might just... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, that's not the worst. All right, so play the land. Compelling argument. Mill some cards. Mill. Moonfall! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Caffeine's bad for the voice. Interesting. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Well, we still didn't really mill anything helpful. The problem is this Steamkin is a very scary card, and we can't actually kill it. We don't have any removal in our main deck. About it. Run away, Steamkin. And goes to combat. No offense, but my wife already can't stand your voice. On that note, anyone want to celebrate? I'll be a free man tonight. I mean, I've heard that from a lot of people. There's many people I've talked to. Some people are like, oh, my girlfriend or whatever. They love your voice, but a lot of people, I don't know about a lot, but a reasonable number of people have said the same thing about it. Doing very, very scary things. Well, I guess it's Jace time. Jace. Mill 15. How do we stop an annex? How do we remain alive? Jace. Mill. We need a really good mill here. We got an Archamoeba. 3 Narcomoebas. We got at least 1 prized amalgam. Okay, 2 prized amalgams. That's not bad. That's the power of Jace. Jace is 4 mana. Put 10 power on the battlefield or something. And also drain you for something with the... Oh, we didn't hit a creeping chill. Well, all right. We still get a bunch of prized amalgams. And then following well on YouTube, first time tuned in live. Pleasure to be here. Well, Free Ninja, good to have you. Thank you so much. Your voice is very voicey. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Finally able to watch the stream again. My son needed help to sleep last year, but since the last few days he's been able to sleep on his own. Ooh, that's got to be a good thing. We have a new donation from Blackmore Live. You should definitely make something to help your voice, even if you don't feel sick, by OCM for Commander Master set precons. Azuri Unbound and Sliver Swarm are about $85, making them the most expensive precon to date. Whew. Yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot. I feel like we're about to die to Embercleave. But that is... I mean, I guess it's hard to say without seeing the precons. So on one hand, Eldrazi and Slivers, there's some very expensive cards in those tribes. So if these are actual Masters level... Yeah, we just don't have a way to stop this. If these are actual Masters level precons, where you're getting like $50 Ulamogs, $50 Kozilek, Sliver Hive Lords, and Sliver Queens, like, they could make them worth it. It could very much be worth it. At the same time, I don't know, like, will they do that? Or are they just going to be a normal precon that they're selling for way too much money? So I guess all that to say, I guess I'm in wait and see mode. To actually take in and see what is in the decks. Yes, $90 is a lot, but I could actually see them being better than a normal $45 precon if Wizards looks at it and thinks, okay, because we're charging this much money, we're just absolutely going to pack these, good old Embercleave. We're just going to pack these full of value and make these the best precons possible. I think it would actually, that would be perfectly fine. Or it could just be more of a money grab where it's like, oh, it's a master set, so we can charge double and people will pay it anyway. So I think we got to wait and see what the lists are. I will say that the general increases in prices is a concern. This is something we've talked about a lot with the Lord of the Rings set too. If you look at the prices of Lord of the Rings stuff, like it's really ridiculous. You're looking at let's see, collector boosters $440, set boosters $280. Precons, I guess, are about the same price right now at 50-ish, 52-ish a piece. But, like, that's a concern. Like, it is a concern that the price of Magic just seems to be going up and up and up. So I guess we'll see. Hopefully the precons are still worth it. Let's mill and mill. Mill. Yeah, let's mill and mill. Let's trim and trib. I guess we just gotta bring in the removal so we have a chance to not get killed by Embercleave. What do you think of the new Yoriel? The retro flame version is so pretty. I'm brewing with her. Hey, what's up, all chaos? I mean, I'm doing pretty good, except for my voice apparently, but otherwise doing wonderful. Yeah, we can keep this. I mean, our deck's been working overall. We've only lost one, right? So our record's actually not bad. Oh, thank you, Humuda. Well, Island, go. Been building 2 new commander decks for MagicCon Minneapolis. Going through my collection, found some old cards I forgot. Ooh, isn't that fun? It's kind of like... It's kind of like getting new cards. Blackmore Live with the gift sub to Vihas. Welcome to the Fishbowl in Long Nap. Welcome you as well. Big scoops here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank ya. Well, untap land, go. Hey everybody, the chat box doesn't let me see the cards in Battlefield. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, like where the chat is on the screen? Oh, I don't think I should be covering up anything that's actually important. Like, it might, I guess, slightly cover up some of the opponent's lands on a big board, but... Finally decided to make a blinker deck. Ooh. Well, alright, Jace. Save us, buddy. So it's not even the best Jace, but I think it's what we gotta do here. Jace, mill 9, and just, oh yeah, mono red feels tough. It feels tough. They don't even have Graveyard 8. They're just like fast. Well, we hit a Creeping Chill. Okay, that gets back Silver Smotes. Okay, that was good. That's Jace power, which gets back a Prized Amalgam. There is hope, there is hope, there is hope. It is not over yet. Opponent. Yeah, Displacer Ken's definitely a cool card, Theory, for sure. See how many power copies of the Power Nine you can shuffle into the deck. Opponent goes attacking. Oh no, and Graveyard 8. Well, that's awkward. That is awkward. We have, wow, so many donations today. Thank you so much, everyone. Lucid, $3 donation on the ever-going price of Magic. I've been going back to cards that were hyped during spoiler season, check prices. It seems like most cards lose most of their value within a year's time, even in non-rotating formats. Power creep or hype creep. I mean, I guess hype might be part of it, but really when it comes down to it, like, you just really gotta not buy cards during spoiler season. I had this revelation. I randomly was looking at, wow, are we just attacking? Was that our only hope? I don't know if we actually have any hope at this point with the way this game's going. But I was looking at Koth randomly, and just look at this price chart. Spoiler season, 15, 15, 15. The set finally starts to come out 5, 1, 80 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents. Like, it dropped thousands and thousands of percent. It's like a ridiculous, it lost all of its value. And this is pretty common. Like, it is not uncommon for this to happen. So I think that the main thing, because we know this happens, we have to, I guess, take advantage of it's not the right word, but we have to be aware of this and not buy cards during spoiler season, essentially. Yes, I know it's so easy to get caught up on the ledger shredders, essentially, where like you find the ledger shredder that was, you know, $1 during spoiler season or whatever, and then everyone realized, oh my god, this card's good, and it jumped up to $20, and you're like, oh no, I really wish I should have bought that. But 9 times out of 10, like, if we go through Phyrexia, this is gonna happen again and again. You might find a couple cards that actually maintain their price, but for a huge percentage of cards, even good ones, Venerated Raw Priest, people have played it in Modern, it shows up in Infect, it's done stuff in Standard. Even that one's down from $20 to $6. So I think we just have to not buy into the hype, essentially, because this happens so much. Like if you never buy a card during spoiler season, you will win in the end. Yes, you'll miss a ledger shredder every once in a while. Yes, you'll feel bad that your friends tell you, "Oh, I bought this ledger shredder and now it's worth $20 and I made so much money." But overall, in the long run, you will definitely end up coming out ahead if you hold off and just wait. Yeah. I mean, that's spoiler season for you. I think so. The issue during spoiler season is, in part, there's no supply. The cards don't technically exist, so you can't even buy them. Tuka Buddy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent, exile some cards. Now we get an Archimedes, triggers prized amalgam. Drains you. We go to 12. Man, we actually made this close. I don't think it's close enough, but we actually made this surprisingly close. Opponent dropping to 5. Do we have a shot? Is there some chance we actually get there? If we had one more turn, I think we could get there. Hey Seth, how are you today? Hope you're feeling better. By the way, I also managed to finally get the wild cards for the Hellraiser list I mentioned. Ooh, how's it been working, Tuka? I mean, there might be situations where it's worth it to buy the card even though you know the price is going down. If, like, I don't know, you get a bunch of extra money and you just want to have the card the first possible day for some reason. But in general, there's not even really a benefit to buying during preview season. Like, there's no meaningful upside to it. Hey Seth, have you ever wanted to use frogs to lock people out of the game? Opponent. You do really like Vesuvian Diplomancy, don't you? We've seen a lot. Oh no! Oh, that's probably our death. So this sits for 4, 5, 6. Well, we'll see. Steamkin doesn't have any counters. Is there a chance we survive this? If we survive, we might be able to win on the backswing, depending on how our opponent attacks. Like, we do have a lot of bodies on the battlefield. Opponent, oh my god, they pass. Oh my goodness, there's hope. There's hope, there's hope. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So if we attack with everything... Silver Smoke and Prized Amalgam come back tapped. Well, go to combat. Hit you with Narcomoeba. Down to 4. Play a Haunted Dead. Hold. Yeah, I forgot they have the Unlicensed her, so getting back the Haunted Dead's not super practical. But we need 2 turns. We need to survive 2 more turns. And we can get there with our 2 1/1 flyers. About it. Thinking. I'll play the land pass the turn. Opponent. Gonna flip their Saga. What a game. What a close game. Super, super close. Opponent. Strange how MTG loves to use Thane to describe people of status, since it's a relatively obscure term. Yeah, I have never heard Thane outside of Magic. I honestly didn't know that Thane was a real word. I thought it was just a random Magic word. Currently playing Chandra Awaken Inferno when Portals of Phyrexia is the best hits for Hellraiser. Can send you the list I'm currently running. Yeah, I'd love to see it. That sounds sweet. Alright, opponent. What do you got? This etchings is actually an issue because it means that all of our stuff gets exiled if we block with it. Normally, one of the upsides of this deck is our stuff just keeps coming back and keep coming back. Okay. We're at 12. Opponent's going to have 2 blockers. Block. Any mom commanders you're really excited to build, fun takes on colors, or just things you're interested in? Hey, what's up, Jim? Needs more Elder Deed Fiend. Yeah, we were talking about the old standard version. Is there a way we can get out of this? Is there a way we can block so we can win on the backswing? That's the real question. So if we block like this, 4-8, then we die. So we block like this. We take 5, 9. Okay. I guess that's what we can do. fingers crossed. Down to 3. So opponent does have to do something, and if they use this for mana, they lose it. We're like a creeping chill away. If we can somehow draw or mill a creeping chill. Oh, they play Annex, okay. Oh, that's not a creeping chill. That is not what we needed. Okay. Well, 1, 2. We need to hit a mill spell, I think. We really need an instant speed mill spell to hit a creeping chill. I think that's our one possible out. Cling to Dust. Opponent. Thinking. Seth thoughts. I think Wizards recognizes that all the card type variants in Printing Sense Eldraine were bad. So the multi-plane Phyrexian War, all planes in Eldraine, printed in this at all the variants, then end of war. No more variants. We're going underground in Ixalan. Most powerful card printed is a Disenchant reprint. Whew. Well, that doesn't do it, does it? Huh. Alright, play the land. One, two, three, 4. Well, all right, pass the turn. Opponent. I think we can survive one more turn. Get back Haunted Dead. Discard. In response, make the Spirit. All right, pass the turn. Embercleave gets us for sure. There's a lot of dinosaurs in the set. A surprising amount of dinosaurs in the set. What mom card are we most excited for against odds? I mean, Realm Breaker, World Tree, whatever. What is the name of that card? Realm Breaker, the Invasion Tree. Oh, that does it, doesn't it? The crewing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, cannot quite block all of them. Oh, that ended up being super close. Super, super close. So I think Realmbreaker is on the short list. I think being able to put all the Praetors into play is just a super hilarious idea. I think there's some sweet stuff the backside of Runa can do. I think battles in general are going to be interesting to see if they actually work. Do you actually flip them? So there's probably something with battles that'll be pretty sweet. As far as an against odds deck, I think like some of the battles will probably be actually playable, but I think trying to flip them all with Ether Snap or something is probably a pretty cool against odds idea. Oddly, some of the best against odds cards might end up being some of the mythics. Like, what do you think about Elish Norn? Do you think Elish Norn is that like gonna be a legit good card, or is this like an against the odds card where you're putting so much effort into trying to flip it into this backside? Is that gonna be something we're seeing a ton of in standard? I don't know. Like the way these cards are designed with these very powerful back halves that are hard to get to. And I think that's the theme of this. You see that with some of the battles, very strong back halves, but it's going to be a challenge to get to them. You see that with the Praetors, really strong back halves, but how easily can you actually get to the back half? So a lot of these cards, I don't really know if they're actually like constructed staples or are they actually against the odds cards. So I think a lot of it we're going to have to wait and see, but I would say that Realmbreaker World Tree is probably number one on my list at this point. Isn't it too slow to flip into a Saga? Usually Sagas flipping into creatures work because the flip makes them instantly impactful. I mean, the thing is, the backsides of those Praetors are like Elish Norn. Not easy to flip. 4 mana, you need to sack 3 creatures, and you need 3 mana. So it's at least 7 mana and 3 creatures to sacrifice. So it takes a lot of setup, but the backside of Elish Norn is almost unbeatable. Like, it is a ridiculously powerful saga. You make 10 power and toughness of creatures in incubates, and you get to flip all your other incubates, and then the next turn you pump them and you give them double strike, and then you blow up all your opponent's stuff. Like, I don't know how you manage to flip this and not win the game. Like, there's ways you can construct it. You flip it and your opponent wrasts the board or something and you lose all your incubates. But in general, if you get to the backside, you are going to win the game. So I think that's the tension of these cards. That's the tension. The reward is super high, but the risk of things going to wrong trying to get to that reward is also very high. Against the odds, Battle Tutor. So the problem with a lot of those cards, the Battle Tutor is so cool. But one of the big challenges is it's a commander card. So we can't play it in standard. We can't play it in modern or pioneer. So we'd have to do like a legacy against the odds. I'll drink some water, but I don't think it actually I don't think it'll actually change things, unfortunately. Yeah, the water's not gonna save it, sadly. I think it's just a matter of talking for so many hours in a row. Apparently my voice was not up to it. Maybe, well, we'll see. We might maybe we end up not going super duper long today. We gotta make sure we're healthy. We got early access day next week, so we gotta have the voice working for that for sure. Storm, I actually think Invasion of Alara has potential to be very good. Invasion of Alara, I'm interested in like Pioneer or in Modern. Being able to blink it with Yarion and Pioneer is really good. We already have 5 color decks in those formats. So I think Invasion of Alara might be being slept on a little bit. The backside is obviously ridiculous. I don't know how often you're gonna get to it. Like, it has what, 7 defense counters? It's a lot. It's a lot to actually get to it, but Arch Will, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super favorite. Thank you. Well, let me see, Tuka buddy. Yeah, this is actually This is fine. We could use a little bit more mill, but we got a Jace we're working towards. Yeah, Capricious Hellraiser is definitely a super cool card when it works. Well, all right. Hey, look, 2/1/1s on turn 1. Broken. Broken. Wonder how much unless you also rest up a bit. Vocal music degree. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's part of why the voice stuff is hanging on so long, is getting it during spoiler season is like the worst time. I have been trying to rest, like that's why I haven't had streams the last week, was to try to keep the voice going, but apparently it's not all the way back yet. Does Goldfish not get preview cards anymore? So we do. I mean, we actually, there's an entire Commander precon we previewed today over on the Commander YouTube. But as far as just like a main set spoiler, we still do sometimes, but Wizards has kind of changed how they hand them out. It used to be like a very small number of sites and creators would always get the spoilers every time, but Wizards has changed it up like a year ago or so. So instead of giving the same people spoilers every set, they're trying to spread it around a little bit more. So we still do get main set spoilers. It's just not every set like it used to be. I think it's a good thing, honestly, to have it hopefully spread around to more people. Dylan Hunter. Wow, this is going to be interesting. Opponents playing rogues, which means they're going to be filling our graveyard, which should work to our advantage. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Oh wait, there's an actual new real Joriel? Oh, I thought someone mentioned Joriel and I thought they were saying it was one of the multiverse legends, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't realize it was a real card. I thought it was just I didn't realize it was a new card. I thought it was a reprint. Oh, we're gonna have to look at this now, because that's actually, Aftermath is standard legal, right? Wait, how? I'm so confused. Why is the set number 230? Wasn't Aftermath supposed to be like a 50 card set or something? That's a lot of that's a lot of cards in this set. What do you think, Aftermath? Is that something you're hyped for? It's an intriguing idea. I'm very curious how they handle it. I'm also very curious how the value works out. I'm a little nervous about the 6 card, or what is it, 3 card packs or something? Like, the packs are really small, but it seems like they're going to be the same price. Are there any pre-sales listed for that? March of the Machines Aftermath. Yeah, so they're selling them for the same price, but you're getting like half the amount of cards in the pack. I don't know how that's going to go over. I mean, I guess there's a chance that, so it seems like there's no commons in the pack. It's all uncommons and rares. It'll be interesting. I love the idea of being able to add more cards to standard. I think that's a really, really cool idea. To be able to supplement. Like, it does a lot of the things that I think they wanted to do with Alchemy. The problem that standard gets stale, and after a while, people just aren't interested in it. Being able to release small sets in between, I think would go a long way towards solving that problem. Speaking of Alchemy, did you see the latest Alchemy rebalances? My goodness. I do not know what's going on with that format. Cards are just like going from 4 mana down to 1 mana. Like, some of them are like brand new cards almost. Now let's see if we can Jace here. Full price Jace. Wow, resolves. Okay. I mean, I guess we're going for it. Like, this is a little risky because our opponent's trying to mill us, but how do we pass up mill 15 and then Secret Keeper mill 4? We gotta hit something in here, right? Okay, there's an Archimedes. There's an Archimedes. Hopefully there's Haunted Deads. Or not Haunted Deads, prized amalgams. What? Where are all of our prized amalgams? Oh no. They're all in our bottom 20 cards? Oh, that's not great. That's not great. That's not great at all. I know you talked about before how you approach. I know you talked before about how you were approached, but how did other people get picked up by Goldfish? I imagine most of you guys have an interesting story. Hype for a Futurist Operative? Interesting. What are you going to play it in, Rucker?
Now this is a juicy.
So I ended up at Goldfish from randomly meeting Richard online, basically. So I've talked about that before. Krim knows Richard in real life. They played at the same LGS out in California. So I think that's how Krim came to Goldfish. And then Tomer had been doing articles for, I want to say, Pure MTGO about Commander stuff for a long time. So we did the Pure MTGO stuff, and Richard saw his stuff on there and ended up connecting with him through that. And then Phil, I think I saw some of his videos and was just super impressed by it. And then it just happened that he like finished what he was, university or whatever he was doing, and trying to figure out what to do next. And he randomly sent an email about, I don't know, I'm going to try to do content, like, but I'm not sure exactly how to go forward with this. And it ended up working out to get Phil on that way. For a deck that is so reliant on Weenie Beatdown, I'm surprised you don't have any Lord's Anthems to close out the game. Yeah, I don't know what Lord or Anthem could we really play in this deck? Well, I mean, I guess we're on the Haunted Dead plan. Opponent. March of the Machines looks so sweet. Oh, this set looks so good. So, what commander precon are you actually picking up? Which is the best one? I haven't even seen all the cards yet. I'm intrigued by the 5-color battle thing. Like, that card is just so cool. If I don't find a way to play that in 60 card formats, I definitely got to build a commander deck. I really like these enchant planeswalker auras too. I appreciate, like, it kind of blows my mind. And this is just a huge shout out to Wizards, but it kind of blows my mind that they've been making Magic for 30 years now. 30 years. And after 30 years and like 20,000 cards or whatever, even after all that time, they're still finding ways to do brand new things. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Infernal Sovereign. Which one is Infernal Sovereign? All right, creep. I mean, I think we're pretty good here. Opponent. I'm not sure what our opponent's doing. I mean, they're super dead, right? Are they trying to ninjutsu? I'm so confused. Okay. I mean, I don't think there's anything in our graveyard that actually matters, so sure. Get back a Haunted Dead. Discard our cards. Infernal Sovereign. 6 mana, 6/6 flying triple. Skip your draw step. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, you draw a card and lose a life. Whew. That is super combo-y. Yeah, that card seems kind of busted, actually. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, that's one of the more powerful card draw card draw effects we've seen in a long time. Yeah, card's ridiculous. I mean, so I think you'd want to be a combo deck mostly to play it, I think. Like some sort of storm style combo deck. But in that deck, that card seems absolutely bonkers. Why no Jace? Oh, we have Jace. Opponent. Oh, can they mill us out? Is there a way they can empty our entire library here? How many creep? Oh, if they do, we're gonna creeping chill him to death. Bring it, Jace. Bring it. Yeah, I mean, I think they just died from this. Oh, this is hilarious. Yep. Got him. Got him. Elite Rar, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. And feels good to beat rogues. What was the real card? Gioriel. We didn't even read it. Or the standard card. How do you spell? Oh, there it is. So this is a standard Leo card. It's from Aftermath. Gioriel, Voice of Zhalfir. 4 mana, legendary human druid. It's a 3/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target land you control becomes an XX green and blue bird creature token with flying and haste until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. It's still a land. Whenever a land creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target land. So this is another one. Yeah, that was not the best terminology, but we just had a million commander spoilers today, so real definitely not the best way to put it. So I don't think we got to worry so much about milling ourselves, because I assume our opponent's going to do that for us playing rogues. So I think what we want to do is we'll leave in our random stuff. But we're going to try to mill our opponent. We're going to minimize our self-mill and maximize our odds of milling our opponent out, I think. Is that card actually good? So it doesn't untap the land. But in theory, you play this on turn 5. Well, so it's cards in hand, but still, like in the right deck, you're going to play this on turn 5 and immediately have like a 5/5 AC land. And then I'm just going to draw you a card to keep the land big in the future. That actually seems kind of scary. I mean, it seems like a super fun build around in Commander, because you can focus on like creature lands, all the different Nissas, all the effects that can turn creatures into lands. So it's an interesting Commander. 60 card formats, that's a little bit more debatable. Well, all right, go mill plan. Sounds kind of janky. The Against the Odds game plan could be Encroaching Mycosynth alongside Tekuthel Incredominus to eat battles into flipping right away, maybe with Invasion of Alara, since it can cascade into both combo pieces. Wait, what is the plan? Tekuthel Encroaching. How does this? I'm confused now. How does this work? Narcomoeba off the top. Will land go? Oh, I see. I was focused on the proliferate, but the idea is to try to make your battles into creatures, so the indestructibility mode can remove the counters from them. That does sound fun. Encroaching Mycosynth makes me so sad. I tried to build an Encroaching Mycosynth deck, and I totally didn't realize that it doesn't impact lands. Because I thought I could I can get it and I'll donate it to my opponent, and then I can use Artifact Destruction on their lands. No. Nope. That definitely does not work. They made that card safe in like a million different ways. That does sound funny. That is certainly, wow, we are getting smacked. We are getting smacked. Maybe the Miller, I mean, we're missing land drops, I guess, but maybe the Miller opponent plan is not going to be a good enough one. Or maybe this is just a really good rogue draw. Well, we get an Archimedes. Opponent. The thing is, Mycosynth Lattice wasn't broken. Mycosynth Lattice is a sweet card. That still makes me salty. Mycosynth Lattice is still, I think it's such a cool card. The problem is they printed Karn, which is such a miserable card. And then they had to ban Mycosynth, which is like a cool, it's such a sweet card. Did you get the Elish Norn Lithopane I sent you? I've been sick just sending they made it to you. I haven't gotten it out and set up yet. I've just been sick and trying to get through spoiler season, but I did get it. So it is here. So I'm looking forward to getting it set up. So thank you so much. I was planning to show it off. Yeah, I guess we stick with ourselves. Planning to show it off once I actually got it up and going. Oh, Karn. Oh no, Graph Digger's Cage. Well, we definitely want to be milling our opponent. That much is clear. Well, Secret Keeper, go. Off to get your Oatries and apply for the Night Crew. Hope the application goes through. Hey, good luck, Magikarp. Good luck. Wow, Graveyard Hate for literal days. All right, well, I mean, we're definitely on the mill our opponent out plan. Can we make our opponent die to mill, which is not our primary game plan? About it. Well, all right. Land. Ashiok. Mill you. Pass the turn. What's your opinion on Teferi's talent? They can't even make a fair card that associates with Teferi. I mean, Teferi's talent is not unfair, is it? Like, I thought the Liliana one was actually the scariest of the bunch. I'll pass the turn. Opponent, 42 cards in their library. I mean, Teferi's talent is sweet too, but it requires a ton of loyalty. Teferi's talent, I mean, obviously, letting your planeswalkers be activated during your opponent's turn is very, very strong. You're getting to double up, or in Commander, quadruple up your activations, which is ridiculous. But it is 12 loyalty to get there. Liliana's talent, a little bit more achievable at 8, and Rise of the Dark Realm still probably wins the game. It might end up being that, like, Elspeth's talent is actually the strongest. Like, every turn, 3 1/1s, and your team gets +2/+2. That actually seems really, I think all of them are strong. Teferi's talent can do the most ridiculous things, but it's also going to be the hardest to get set up, I think, just because you need so much loyalty to get it going. No, Ashiok, yeah. Go to combat, hit you with the Silver Smote. Yeah, I mean, 8 loyalty is a lot, and 12 is a real lot. A lot. Well, I mean, I guess we Jace. 37 cards. We're doing it. Mill ya. Mill you, opponent. When we hit a land, play the land untap. Stitcher Supplier. The aggro beats continue past the turn. Oh, the set's so good. One of my favorite sets of all time. The set's just, I love it. I love so much about it. There's so many cool designs. I don't know if I finished this thought earlier, but it blows me away that they're still finding ways to innovate after 30 years. Like, even just those the Planeswalker enchantments, like, even just those, that's something we've never seen before. Battles, yeah, they're similar to some things, but those are something we've never seen before. After thousands and 20,000, 30,000 cards at this point, and 30 years of design, they're still finding ways to make the game fresh and new, which is kind of mind blowing. Like, Wizards deserves a ton of credit for that. Yeah, that is the thing about Teferi's talent. Like, if you get 12 loyalty, you're probably winning the game even without it. Although it does win in a really cool way. That's probably my favorite part about it. The way it wins is going to be spectacular. And I'm all about winning in the most spectacular way possible. About it. Down to 14. Now, Haunted Dead. Is this actually going to work? Are we actually going to be able to mill our opponent's entire deck? We're halfway there. Somehow. We need enchantment. Elspeth Talent, is my opinion, is the best. 3 soldiers, great to protect your best walker. Yeah, I think that the Elspeth is probably the strongest. And it also gives you sneaky upside, but it gives you a way to add loyalty to planeswalkers who otherwise might be lacking that, which is pretty sweet. Well, okay. Well, okay, Merfolk's Secret Keeper. Milieu. Venture deeper about it. $24 cards. Well, Milieu. Ashiok. Exile it. This might be working. The backup, somewhat transformational sideboard plan might actually be getting there. Go to combat. Hit ya. I can't believe this is working. Soaring Thought Thief, sure. Opponent's gonna block. So in story, they say 3 Theros gods are completed. Heliod is 1, but there are 2 unknown. Next time we go back to Theros. Was Afara one of them? Afara was on the back of the battles. I'm not actually sure if that counts as completed or not. But on Invasion of Theros, well, I mean, I guess we just keep it going. On Invasion of Theros, the backside isn't Afara. Although, Afara ever sheltering, that means Afara's not completed, right? Afara's fighting for the good team. Wow, my voice is gone. My voice is gone. I'm sorry. Opponent. 10 cards. I don't know if they can kill us. I don't know if they can kill us before we empty their library. Nighthawks. Well, okay. That's a clock. That is a clock. Opponent. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be super close. Gets in, hits us. Mills Narcomoebas, but there's a Grafdigger's Cage. Those would have actually been good, just to block a Nighthawk Scavenger. All right. Down to 12. Ooh. Actually, wait. Secret Keeper. Venture Deeper. Milieu. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we got there with a veil kill. Ooh, sexy voice. Yeah, voice gone, Seth. I mean, overall, this deck has been working somehow. You should be happy Karn lost his spark in order to help cleanse Ajani and Nissa, so no more Karn walkers. I actually like Karn though. I don't like Tron, but I like Karn. As far as flavor text, kind of tells that all the mono-colored gods died or got completed, and I think some of this that we're speculating on is probably going to come to light once we get to Aftermath. Like, I think that's supposed to be part of the role of Aftermath. I don't know how the Uriel plays into that. It didn't seem to have any specific reference, but we saw like Kenris' funeral or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe those gods are going to show up in Aftermath as part of the end of the story. So that might be where it's heading. But I mean, Dredge worked pretty well. If you can dodge the graveyard hate, I will say it's actually like not a horrible deck. It works in such a weird way where you just really don't care about your opponent's removal. So your opponent can kill your stuff and it just keeps coming back. You get a lot of free value out of it. So I really like that aspect. Here's Naya combo for new standard. Ooh, what are we comboing with Naya? Naya can Convoke. Oh, I was supposed to talk about the dinosaur. What do I think of Ancient Imperiosaur? So definitely looks like a fun plan under his ideals. So Ancient Imperiosaur, its ceiling is broken. Like, when this is at its best, it's a ridiculous card that's going to win you the game. On the other hand, its floor is pretty low. Its floor is your opponent wraths your board and you have no creatures, and you're playing a worse colossal Dreadmaw. 7 mana 6/6 trample is just not very good. So that's going to be the trade-off. I am also excited to try to make a combo deck with it. My thinking was try to make a combo deck with Mondrak and token stuff, and in haste. You have several ways in standard to give it haste. The best is probably the modified haste enchantment, Invigorating Hot Springs, because this is naturally going to have counters on it. So then it just comes down with haste. If you can get enough creatures on the battlefield, it is just a one-shot kill with Trample and Ward. So that's also, I don't know if it'll be maybe it'll be against the odds, but it's certainly also on my brew around list. Really, this set has so many cool cards to build around, and I think that's why I love this set so much. Like, many of the legend pairings, the team up legends, are going to be really fun to build around. The Praetors are going to be interesting to build around. We got an entire new card type to explore, so there's just so much to do with this set. And we're a week away. We're 1 week, a week from Thursday away from early access, and then right after that, the full set release. So I'm super hyped. But unfortunately, everyone, I think that might be our last match for today. My voice, we made it 2.5 hours. Usually we go 3 hours on the Tuesday stream, but my voice is it's gone. It's completely gone. So I'm sorry. So I think maybe we just call it there for today. And good news is we'll be back on Thursday. I will do my best in the meantime to do some resting of the voice. So hopefully it'll be even better by the time we get back Thursday. But we got new cards coming soon, so gotta be able to talk for early access day and all that. So on that note, everyone, some reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams. Normal YouTube, spoiler videos wrapping up, top 10 videos coming, gameplay videos coming. One more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. And most importantly, thank you to all of you. Sorry for missing the last week of streams. Sorry my voice is going, but it'll be better soon. I will be back soon. I'll go find some tea to make or something. So thank you so much for being awesome, everyone. I love y'all. Be back on Thursday to do some more streaming. So until then, have a great one, and I will talk to you soon.